Mr. Salve, good evening. Good evening from here in Mumbai. Your response,
Good
Mr. Salve,
evening.
I think the big message the government is sending out is that there will be no free run or exploitation of the Indian market and the Indian
I
industry.
think it is. It couldn't have come soon enough, and it's a very wise step. Speaking for myself, I think there are a lot of unanswered questions, and until all these questions are answered, China will have to be under the watchful eye of the world. I have no doubt about it. So, I think we need. Our time has come where we need to have careful scrutiny of Chinese investments in the world. At least, definitely, countries like India, because China's role is far from clear. Even today morning, there was a news report saying China is now limiting the outflow of information on the research being done on this, where the world is struggling to find a cure. The least China could have done, having unleashed this on the world, is to cooperate with the world to find solutions. But obviously, they are not interested. So I think the world will have to be careful about how it does business with China and what is allowed to China now. I think it's about time some things have to be said, and we have to say it.
Absolutely. Mr. Salve, you've been a former Solicitor General in India. I spoke to you today about this also. You're joining us live. Thank you for that from London. I hope you are safe, staying strong there, Mr. Salve. The question that also we beg to ask you, sir, other than the sinister questions and suggestions that are very heavily coming forward on China, this move by the government on the FDI policy is a clear indication, sir. If any move or any policy, foreign direct investment now has to come forward from China, a green signal from the government is a must. What are the implications of this, speaking for the business, sir, in India specifically, because you are one of the leading experts when it comes to any sort of policy direction that could be there in such matters, sir?
No, it's very simple. China's role and China's conduct, to say the least, has been extremely questionable. And today there is a growing concern in the world that with this huge downturn in the global economy, let's face it, if you see the figures, see what's going on in London, see what's happened to New York, see what's happened in Washington, see the other global, see what's happened in Germany has been able to control it, see what's happened in Paris. All the global centers of the world are in a tailspin. The world is in a tailspin. And Beijing and Shanghai have now released figures which show that they have been just about affected by this, not very seriously affected compared to the rest of the world. In a situation like this, still there is clarity on what is going on. I think countries like India have to be very careful about how much Chinese investment they allow. See, we are in any case coming out of a difficult situation right now. We have had a problem in India. And that problem about our economic growth stalling and having to remove a lot of deadwood from our economy, we have been grappling with all those problems. Right now, we are in a situation where we are in a weak position. Economically, we are trying to build ourselves back, and at this time, we cannot allow predators to come and have a free run. So that's the long and short of my understanding of this, and I think this couldn't have come soon enough.
Oh, yes. And Mr. Salve, one more question I would like to ask you. You've also said yourself, from New York, from Delhi, from everywhere, there are death figures that are coming out from India that are 5-figure deaths. But from China, they are coming out in double digits. That's quite ridiculous. That's one question. The second is, this is the first of the gentle economic pushes that India is giving. It's one of the first clear indications that India is also going to be talking a talk that China seems to understand, similar to what Europe and America has. Isn't it time? collaboratively, that everybody has to come together to give a strong message to China?
See, our Prime Minister was amongst the first to say that I think it's about time somebody had a hard look at the way the WHO has been working. Right? Our Prime Minister was amongst the first to say that. I think President Trump has also picked it up.
Yes.
And things are going to get tough for organizations which have failed. And let's be very clear, the WHO has failed us this time. And we haven't yet heard any explanations as to why and how this huge, massive slip-up happened. So we have been failed by a lot of organizations. China's role, including suppressing information about the enormity of what was going on in the initial stages, that poor doctor who was a whistleblower, he disappeared. There are a lot of unanswered questions. Until that time, when the rest of the world is going into
Yes.
protection mode, China is suddenly going into purchase mode. I think that by itself tells a story. If China is not in purchase
Yes.
mode, they will not be adversely affected. But if they are, then that shows that there's something wrong going on here. And I think India will have to take a strong position on this because we are fragile. Let's face it, we are fragile right now. So I think it's
Yes.
a very timely thing which has been
Absolutely.
done. And, we'll have to wait and watch and see how things develop.
Absolutely. Mr. Salve, thank you for that, because these are very wise words that you are saying. I know that you yourself read things very carefully when it comes to matters not only of law but everything very intricately. You've gone through it and you've rightly said they are on the purchasing side. So something is amiss, something is sinister. Thank you for being with us.